What's up, guys? See how many people we get in here. Just bored. Figured I'd do a little live stream and just see what's going on. See if you guys want to hang out. Not really much going on, but why not? Hit the thumbs up on your way in, and let's just hang out. Not really much to it. Moped content. Should do some gun videos. Yeah, I could do some gun videos. I got some. I got some pretty good ones. For those of you who don't know, 50 people in here. Get those likes up. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can keep the likes as close to as many people that are in here. That'd be pretty sweet. Right now, 55 people, 15 likes. Come on. There we go. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, let's go. Okay. Yeah, let's go. What's up? What's up, guys? If you're just joining in, 70 people, we're just hanging. I just want to sit around and talk. I'm not really into doing too much right now. Not too much going on at the shop, so I figured I wouldn't bore you with more, I want to say senseless, but too much of the Suron content because I've been having way too much fun with that thing. Way too much fun. And I got a lot more fun to have. So, all right, let's see. 4:30 in the morning here in Europe. Oof. Sorry, man. Either good morning or good night, whichever way you want to look at it. But I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you mentioned that you're from over there. All right, let's see. Called HP today to get some info on a project I'm doing. Well, it depends on what you're doing. I don't know. But if you did call the shop, you leave a message, I'm sure Shaw or someone else can get back to you quickly. I love the bike videos. Yeah. Thank you. I'm trying. The bike's awesome. That's the gist of it. It's been taking up, I would say, way too much of my spare time at this point, but I just can't help it. It's just so good. I ride it to work every single day, and I've just been enjoying the hell out of it. And you saw Chris has his. He's enjoying his as well. He rides his every day. Where's Chris? Chris is on a trip. I don't know if you guys know that yet or not, so I'm not going to say too much more, but he's on a trip. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm missing people's questions already. They told you the guy that knew all the information was not there. All right, well, it depends on what your project is. Sorry if I missed you. Love the bike videos. Good, thank you. Everything about building an FPV drone. I have a few FPV drones, actually. I built 2 or 3 of them. Roberto's got 2 or 3 of them as well. And we used to fly them around years ago. We used to fly them around the shop before it got too busy. But now it's kind of a little too busy to really hammer them really hard. So, okay. Hey, Jack, do you have any experience with the FRS BRZ 86 platform? I just recently picked one up, and I was wondering if you had any input on what to do. I'm looking into a good wheel and tire combo soon. I would stick with like a nice light 17-inch wheel, RPF 1, something like that. That car needs lightweight components. It doesn't have a ton of power, and it's not a very big car. So stick with a lighter wheel and tire combination, and you'll be happy. You don't need much tire for it because it doesn't require too much mechanical grip. It generates most of its grip because it's so light. So stick with a nice lightweight tire and wheel combo, and you'll be happy with that car. Okay, let's see. Snake. Yeah, people were talking about the snake. If you guys didn't see the last few videos, Carla and I got a really big boa. So it's over 8 feet long when she's stretched out. But man, is she fun. Just a nice snake. Love having it in the house. I built an enclosure. If you didn't see that, that was kind of a job, but needed to be done. and we're loving the snake. So if you guys are just joining now, get your questions in the chat. Leave a thumbs up for me if you like what you're hearing or seeing. And give me your thoughts. Give me your comments. I'm reading as much as I can. If you want to use a super chat, go for it. If you don't, good luck. I might get you anyway. So let's see what we got. Any rotary content coming soon? You know, I don't want to let too many cats out of the bags, but we're working on some rotary stuff. So stay tuned for that. We'll have some fun. Got a couple of things I'm looking at. So rotary content, yes. We got both of our driver RX-7s at the house now, so we're planning to get those out and take them out more often. So stay tuned for that. More moped tuning. Okay, I'm working on it. Dusty is my favorite. You know, Dusty's one of my. I don't say Dusty is my favorite. Dusty is one of my favorites, though, for sure. Okay, let's go. What do you think of the Evo 10 SST auto transmission? Oof. No, just no. I've had so many bad experiences with that SST. In stock form, it's okay at best. It can't handle much power. As soon as you push over like 400 horsepower, it starts to get iffy. I was the first person to push 500 horsepower in an SST tranny. If you go back to my old videos from like 2008, I did one, and it was a nightmare. We got it to work barely, but it took so much upgrading and so much finicky tuning to get it to do anything worth having. Do you ship e-bikes, and how is one? All right. Well, yes. And how is one? It's good. It's really good. I really love the e-bike stuff. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos as I put them out. I don't necessarily mean to put out so much e-bike stuff, but it's just that's what I'm doing. It's consuming my time, and I want to share with you guys what I'm really real time thinking about. I don't want to like butter up and try and put other stuff in there that doesn't mean anything. I'm really trying to go somewhere with the e-bike stuff. As you guys may have seen, the website ebikezilla.com. So if you haven't, go check it out. ebikezilla.com. It is our e-bike website that we put together, and we're marketing these bikes. So check it out. Hey Jack, I was the one who suggested the name Scooter for the Puffer. How is he doing? Please more updates on the aquariums. Puffer. Scooter's doing really well, and he's growing a little bit. He's happy in his tank. He does not like other friends, so there's no one else in there with him. But the aquariums, you know, I had a fire. If you guys didn't know, if you didn't see the video a while back, I had an embarrassing as it sounds, I had an aquarium fire. And it like released some toxins or something into one of my tanks. I did a bunch of water changes and everything I could, but my coral, I think, suffered bad. I couldn't get the chemistry back right. And most of my coral is gone. So the fish are fine. I didn't lose any fish, but the coral got hurt. So I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I might have to get rid of everything to clean it out all the way because, you know, toxins and stuff get into water and it's just no good. But either way, yeah. The aquarium stuff, all the other aquariums are fine, still going. All right, let's see. I'm going to read a couple of the questions I see going on here. What do you think about street racing? So I don't know. I mean, I've been street racing my whole life. I guess I should say it's not good, but there's a lot worse things in the world that you can get in trouble with. So as long as you, A, do it in a safe place, B, make sure your car is safe, and C, don't go around advertising it, I guess it's not that bad. Could be a lot worse. All right. Ooh, super chat, $20 from Sounds from Saturday Evening. Thank you, sir. Have you seen the trailer for the new Fast and Furious movie? I have. What do you think? What is your favorite car movie? Awesome question. Thank you so much for the super chat. So the new Fast and Furious. First of all the Fast and Furious. We'll start from the beginning if you want to really get deep into it. The first Fast and Furious, which I remember specifically going to the theater to see, I was absolutely ultra jacked on seeing it because it was a street racing movie with the culture in mind. With just at the time they were awesome cars, and it was a great series. I had an RX-7, I had an FD, so it touched me. It was like, oh man, I want to see my car. I want to see it. These cars. Cars was the main focus for the Fast and Furious. After seeing the movie, you start to realize that the character development was in play, and the characters were cool. I liked the idea behind the whole like family thing and whatever. And I liked the storyline. I thought it was somewhat believable. It was fantastic as far as like a cop turned bad and this time, whatever you want to call it. It was cool. So I liked it. Two came out, kind of played off of one, not bad. It was still okay. It was a little cheesier, but expected, I guess. Then Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift changed the whole mood. The cars were still awesome, but they got rid of most of the storyline. They completely tore apart the storyline. And I remember specifically thinking that there was no way that this movie was going to hold up to all of those other ones. So 3 changed the direction, I think, of the franchise. And then the subsequent movies after that tried to bring the characters back and left all of the car, in my opinion, all of the real car guys behind. So after 3, I lost a lot of interest. And getting into the later ones, I really lost a lot of interest because it was no longer devoted to the cars. The latest trailer has me really scratching my head. I don't even understand what the storyline is. I honestly don't even care. So will I see it? I'm not going to go to the theater and see it. I'll watch it maybe and ripped online or something, but that's going to be about it. I can't get behind the newest storyline. I heard they were going to put Cardi B in the movie. I don't even want to think about that. Ja Rule was bad enough. So either way, not enthused on the new ones. I'll watch the old ones 10 times more before I go excited to watch the new ones. Hope I didn't bore you guys with that little spiel. If you guys are just joining in, hit the thumbs up, hit the super chat. I'm going to read questions. Let me see. I missed a lot now, but I'm going to go back a little bit and see here. Hello from Quebec. Hello. I don't speak French, but hello. What was your first car? My first car was a 1978 Monte Carlo, and it was atrocious, for lack of a better term. I wanted to turn it into a really cool muscle car, but that never happened because it got stolen from my high school. End of story. Not much more to that. Are you selling a lot of Surons? I'm not selling them. The website is not just me, eBikeZilla, but I am promoting it just because I do feel like it's a great cause. There's a lot of good stuff going on with getting those bikes and helping people get into the Surons, because I think that Segway and a couple of other companies out there are marketing these bikes wrong, all wrong. They're really false advertising, if you will. The bikes are awesome, so don't give up on that. But I really don't think that they're doing justice to the bikes. So we've created that website to put all the tuning stuff. We'll talk about it some more. But $10 super chat from Nathan's BMW Workshop. What's up, Jack? What's up, Nathan's BMW Workshop? Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. And if you have a question, ask it. If you don't, thanks for the $10, I guess. Are you shipping to the UK? We are working on an international shipping deal. It's not easy to acquire. I want to do this without too much drama because international shipping is not easy. You have to work with customs. You have to work with exporting, importing, all of that. So hang tight with that. I am working an angle. We do have a plan for international shipping. It's just not in place yet. So hang tight for that. Stephen Hung. You see LZ casually unbox 7 grand in GTR cosmetics. I mean, when you're LZ, you can casually unbox as many things as you want. He's casual. That's it. Adam's a good guy. Don't give him too much flack. Vinny Davis, thanks for the $5. Yo, I don't mean to be an a-hole. Well, then don't be. But I want to run ethanol at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. You're an a-hole. Yes, 0 degrees outside. Good idea or no? Okay. You're going to have to start that car on gas, most likely, because there's no way you're going to get that thing to just want to fire off on alcohol. But best thing you can do, depending on what kind of car you have, is consider just carrying around a little spray bottle of, if you want to be a real a-hole, I know how to help you do that. Carry around a little spray bottle of gasoline, like 87 octane, and just spray that into your intake when you go to start it. It'll probably help you out. Okay, let's see here. Do you have to register the e-bikes for use on the road if there are no sidewalks? Kind of want one from work commute. It depends on where you are. I'm not going to speak for your local laws, but here, if there's no sidewalk, you can ride on the shoulder. You're not supposed to go over 30 miles an hour on a bicycle. Like, let me tell you a small story. When I was younger, I was able to pedal myself to 33 miles an hour, no downhill, just flat ground. And I actually got pulled over on a sidewalk going that fast. There was a policeman. He was doing radar, and I didn't think anything about it. And I'm just hauling ass as fast as I could on this bike. It was a road bike, but I was on the sidewalk. And sure as shit, I guess he hit me with a radar and then asked me to pull over and told me you couldn't go that fast. And ever since then, I've always learned that going over 30 miles an hour on the sidewalk is a no-no. So you're not supposed to go 30 miles an hour on anything, I guess, unless it's registered and, the whole deal, at least in Florida. But that being said, if you don't go crazy fast, I don't think you're going to get in trouble. As long as you're not causing trouble, I really don't think you're going to get in trouble. And if you just, be mindful of everyone else on the road or on the sidewalk or wherever you are. If you have no sidewalk, I think you'll be okay. I use mine on the road, and I haven't had any problems yet. I've gone by police. I haven't had any drama at all. And I attribute that to being respectful and not trying to be an a-hole all the time. Sometimes I am, especially if you're running E85 at 0 degrees. So, to answer your question, I don't know about your laws locally, but you might want to look into it. Okay. Buy an e-bike. Save yourself a broken wrist life. Me. I guess that's like me? Okay. Me and my fiance are coming down to Florida for our honeymoon. Would like to meet you if possible. Absolutely. Just call ahead of the shop. Make sure that I'm there or we're there at all. And I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem. Okay. Should I buy the Suron or the KTM EXC 2020? I don't know. I think the KTM is probably as good or higher quality bike, but the price is crazy on the Suron. I mean, it's cheap. Anybody who knows e-bikes knows e-bikes can get really expensive. This Suron is the best, hands down, the best bike for the money in the e-bike game. And I'm not talking about pedaling bikes. I'm talking about e-bikes. Like, if you have pedals on these bikes, you're joking. They're fast. They're fast. They shouldn't even have pedals, but whatever. Definitely worth getting the Suron if you are looking at those two bikes, because you can put that extra money into the Suron and make it that much better. If you haven't seen mine, go check it out. Controller, I got the battery on the way. And let me tell you, this battery is insane. I cannot wait to get this battery, but I'm not rushing Chris. Chris is the guy that's building these batteries. His company's called Lightspeed, and he is creating something extraordinary. It's like nothing I've seen before. So get ready for that. Hello, Jack. I'm finally getting back into cars and wanted to know what your thoughts would be on a J-swapped Integra as my intro into project cars. A J-swapped Integra. Don't swap it. Don't swap it. Just enjoy it. You can have fun with an Integra. All right. Will you ever do an update on the TDI? Yeah, of course. The TDI is I'll do an update right now, but I'll give you. I can do an update on video, but the TDI is awesome. No problems. Putting mad miles on it. It's got over 50,000 miles now, and I have no complaints whatsoever with that car. It gets me 60 miles per gallon if I'm going, 40, 45, and on the highway I'm getting 50 miles per gallon at 80 miles an hour. So, hands down, best daily driver I've ever had. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm driving it until it just stops, and that's it. I'm just going to keep driving it. I love it. It has the twin disc single mass flywheel from DKM, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. It's a lot quieter than my single disc was. The single disc that was a single mass flywheel also, and it's just an awesome clutch, awesome car. The turbo upgrade, everything together with the deletes and everything. It's so good. So good. Just awesome. Thanks for the $4.99. Love the channel and just supporting. See? Look at that. That's good. Good vibes. No problem. And I am happy that you're supporting. Thank you so much. Take that $4.99 and buy some fish food with it. For sure. Or some snake food. We got snake food now. We got to buy big jumbo frozen rats. So those aren't cheap. In case you didn't know. Okay. Hey, Jack. First, how are you? And have you heard from Chris? He wasn't uploading anything in a few days. Just wanted to make sure everything was good. Everything's good with Chris. Don't rush him. He's on a little trip. You guys are gonna find out real soon. I'm not gonna say much more because obviously he hasn't said anything. But he's on a little trip. He's doing good. Are you ever going to do anything with the Razor? Yes. Okay. Razor's coming up. I got to get that thing back together. I got all the parts. Long story short, I put the whole thing together, and the bearings took a poop because the oil pump went bad, and I was stupid and didn't replace it. So when I put it back together, I guess it didn't have very adequate oil pressure, and we lost the bottom end again. So I had to order all new parts, the crank, everything, rods, bearings. Oh man, what a nightmare. Took it all apart, got all the new parts. I just have to put it back together. Big deal is I have to actually size the bearings again and make sure everything's good. It's just a nightmare, but I'll do that. To answer your question, Razor's coming back. Don't worry. Okay, what about getting some Go Fast bits from Darkside? Yeah, they've got some good stuff, but I don't think I can go much faster than where I'm at without serious head work and stuff like that. So I'm not really looking to go much more than where it's at right now. I like the power level. I like the reliability. I like the drivability. It literally drives like stock, but with another 50, 60 horsepower on tap, or more, and a lot more torque. Crazy torque. It just feels amazing. Spins the tires in second gear. I got traction control completely turned off. I've got the deletes, so it's rolling coal. I mean, it's just a fun little diesel car. It makes cool noises, and I love rolling up on GTIs and beating. Stock GTIs don't even stand a chance. It's really fun. It's funny, and it's fun. So, really cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. Opinions on Rob Dom's build. I'm assuming you're talking about the four-rotor. I think it's an amazing car he's putting together. It's taking a long time, and he's making sure that he does things to the best of his abilities, and it's going to end up paying big dividends in the end. So I got nothing bad to say about that. I know he went through some junk with Abel, and I hope that the truth sets them both free. But at the same time, there's always two sides to every story. I don't know what happened for sure, but I know that Rob's story will get told more. So keep that in mind. I'm sure he's innocent. Okay. Let's see. If you guys are just joining, hit the thumbs up for me. 105 likes with 231 people watching. I know we can do better than that. Let's get it up there. Rest in peace, Hellcat Miata. I saw that. Man, that sucks. But at the same time, you knew it was coming. I mean, come on. 700 horsepower out of a freaking Miata. Especially that much torque. That thing was a hellraiser. If you guys didn't see, I got to drive it on the channel. You can search the old videos. Rudnick drove it too, and we both had a similar experience. It was awesome. I'm glad Carr brought it by so we can beat on it a little bit, put it on the dyno. Okay, let's see here. What was the paint guy's accident? He was on one of those single wheels hoverboards, you know, a freaking one wheel. I guess it's called a one wheel. And let me tell you something. His name's Tommy, by the way, paint guy. Tommy does not have any business being on one of those. Like my razor blade? Tommy has absolutely no business being on a one wheel, and it shows. So he had an accident and he broke his leg. Feel bad for you, Tommy. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, sorry. I know you're recovering, but stay off the big wheels. Stay off of any of that stuff. Get on four-wheelers. That's safer. You know this. All right. Jack, you're my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you. You're my favorite fan right now. The Toyota Starlet is still going strong. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you're enjoying it. Let us know if we can help you get anything else. All right, let's see. What's up, Jack? What are your thoughts on Dodge's 392 Hemi? It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. 20 years ago, awesome. I mean, look at what was going on 20 years ago. You had, Mustang GT, Corvette, pretty much it, Ferraris and stuff. But by today's standards, it's cool. But because of the Hellcat, because of the Demon, because of the Elephant, and because of all the other amazing things Dodge is trying to do motor-wise, that became the run of the mill. So not as impressive anymore, but still cool. Can you do a video with your RC airplanes? I've done a couple videos. I need to do more videos with it. There it is. One of them. That's the F-16. That's hands down one of my favorites. I love that thing. It flies like the real thing. It does high alpha. It's a fun machine. If you guys are into RC airplanes, you need to check that thing out. It's E-Flight 70mm F-16, and I love it. I'm going to take it out again soon. I haven't had a chance to really do too much. And if I had a chance to do too much, I was messing with the Sur-Ron, which you guys clearly have seen. Hopefully you want to see more of it because I've got a lot more coming. We really shook the world up by running 70 miles an hour on the stock 60-volt battery. That's a big thing. I wanted to set out to do that. I told the guys that I was working with that I was going to do that, and I'm glad that I was able to deliver. Hey, Jack, you and Chris should do an old school build off on the EF Civic platform. No way, man. Wicked little slow cars would be great for content. Man, I'm not into those old Hondas, dude. I'm just not into them. Chris had so much trouble with his, and the parts, getting those parts for those things is like annoying because half of them are bad anyway. So, not me, man. Not me. That plane is probably worth more than 25 of 26 cars I have owned. Depends. What cars have you owned? I mean, the plane was like $350. It wasn't wasn't really that super expensive, but I'm sure you could buy some shitty cars in that price range. Okay. Hey Jack, is your R34 still in Ohio? I don't know. Person I sold it to sold it, so I don't know. Sorry. And it's from everything I heard, it's completely a different car at this point. You wouldn't even recognize it anyway. Okay. So what are the risks of running without BMS? What cells are in the Suron pack stock? Samsung, LG, or what? Okay, so the Suron 60-volt battery. I believe they're Panasonic PF cells, not the best. It's a low-end cell, 10 amp rating. So in that configuration, we're talking about a 16 series. I think it was 10P or something like that. So we're looking at probably like an 11P. I forget, but anyway, it's it's a 110 amp battery at this point. The way it is, I'm pushing it way beyond that. I'm pushing 140, 150 amps, but only because I was setting out specifically to do something, and I did it. I wanted to go 70 miles an hour with the stock battery. So the BMS, which is the battery management system, is in its task is to control the battery's functions, discharge, charging, cell balancing, all that crap, and I'm bypassing it. Now, I'm not bypassing the whole thing. We're only bypassing the discharge portion of it so it can discharge at a higher rate. It's not good for the battery, but it is taking it pretty well. I've been hammering it hard with no problems at this point. I've got 50, 55 charges under it at this point, and I do drive it every single day, and I'm routinely over 55, 60 miles an hour every single day. So it's holding up well. I have no problems with it. I'm not going to recommend you to do it if you want maximum reliability, but I am going to tell you it works, and I am going to tell you it's worth it, in my opinion, because it turns the bike from a 50-mile-an-hour bike into a 70-mile-an-hour bike with the controller, and that is a big difference. So it can handle it for what I'm seeing. It can handle it. The new battery that I've got is going to be 10 times better. It's going to have high quality cells in it that are able to discharge. The battery will be able to discharge over 300 amps. So I'm not going to, but it's going to be pretty spicy. We'll see. Race Dusty versus the Roadster. Come on. The Roadster doesn't stand a chance. Not even close. Think of something different. Where's Rudnick? Is he got coronavirus? That is some great English. Yeah, he's trying to get coronavirus. I'll tell you that. Okay. Thanks for keeping on top of chat, taking honest questions, giving full answers. Awesome stream. Thank you for asking awesome questions that I can give honest answers to. Come to Australia to the 2020 GTR Festival. I'd love to. That sounds like fun. Totally into that. Do you have any machine shops around you in your area? Looking to move to Florida in the next few years and bring my shop with me? Yes, we do. Be careful. Look where you're going, because around me there's 4 or 5 well-equipped machine shops, and they all do good work. I've settled in on one machine shop, and that's Total Engine Concepts, and they are king, in my opinion. The other guys are good. This guy is that much better, and he does big stuff for some big racing teams. I won't get too deep into that, but he's well known in the industry, and you're going to be up against a monster if you try to come to this area for machine shop stuff. Watch it. Any idea what the future of e-bike tech is looking like? Was always worried with e-cars that a new battery or newer motor tech would render the old cars useless due to new ranges. Hey, battery tech is the key. The motors, the controllers, they're not going to get too much crazier, I don't think, but the batteries are on the up. So the good news is most e-vehicles at this point are going to a modular platform that allows for swapping or changing batteries. In doing so, I'm sure that there's going to be some design packaging that's going to allow for upgrading to later technologies. So right now, lithium ion is on top. Lithium sulfur is on the threshold. I think that's going to be the next big move for electric electrics. You're going to have 5 times the power density. So uh, that's big. You know what I mean? You could have a battery that performs the same at 1/5 of the weight, or you can have a battery that's the same weight and size that performs 5 times as much. And I don't know if that means dumping as much current or range, but it is definitely a combination of those, and it's exciting because I remember when electrics were a joke. RC cars brought them to the front, and we've been seeing massive gains in the RC car stuff, and it's just all trickling into the full size. So really excited. That's why I bought the e-bike in the first place, is because I see the future. I'm not saying that the gas stuff is going out for good, but I am saying that the gas stuff is going to slow down. So watch for more EV stuff. It's coming. It's going to be fun. There's going to be huge gains in that industry, and I want to be there. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Do you think Rudnick's motor is going to blow with the horsepower he's pushing right now? Which motor? You got to be more specific than that. I don't know which car you're talking about, but I'm sure Rudnick is capable of blowing up anything. Thoughts on the Mark 7 Golf R? Awesome car. I like it. It's expensive, but it is badass. Renly is long gone. Nope, Renly's back at the shop. I just brought it back to the shop today, actually. So I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna have some fun with that. The Renly is doing awesome. I don't even know what to say. Side by side that I've driven thus far. I know the Can-Ams are badass, but man, are they expensive? Uh-oh. Looks like we're losing connection. If I lose you guys, I'm sorry. Okay. You guys still there? Yeah. Okay. Good. Forza UBS. Thank you for the $6.99 Canadian. I've got an SUV. I live in Canada. I have a 335 F30 and an F150 for snow, but I have to commit to adultness and get an SUV. I don't know what to do. Well, you're in luck, because I think as far as SUVs go, there's some pretty big hitters, depending on what you want out of one. If you want like real off-roadiness, then stick with the tried and true 4x4 stuff, the Jeeps, stuff like that. If you want like kind of sporty, still able to do some good stuff, look at the Audis, man. The Audis are good. You can get a nice diesel Audi. It's just like, I don't know. That's what I would do. All-wheel drive Audi? Yeah, that's my pick. What's up with Chris? He hasn't posted in 2 days. Please answer. I did answer. You're not listening. He's on a trip. He's gonna let him get settled in where he's going, and then he'll put up a video. We'll probably put up a video this morning. Okay, just hang tight. If you're just joining, we're just talking. Not much going on, so I figured I'd just do a little live stream. Hey, bro, are you hiring, looking for work? I don't know. What can you do? Send a resume. info@horsepowerlogic.com. Thoughts on a Starion? Okay. Well, it's old, futuristic looking back in the 80s. Cool because it was turbo. And I think the Conquest was its sister car. But other than that, man, they were just junk. Rear-wheel drive, I'll give you that. Just a cool looking car for the time. Will you adopt me? No. Sorry. Any plans for any other EV builds outside of the Suron? Yes. I want to do some more stuff. I don't know what that means yet, so just hang tight. But I am trying to work some more angles for the EV stuff. I think that's gonna be fun. Carla's downstairs, by the way. If you're asking, she's probably watching this. How fast 0 to 60 is the Suron? I don't know. To be honest with you, I didn't do a 0 to 60 yet with the Suron. I would expect it to be somewhere around 11 seconds, 10 seconds, somewhere in there. But don't take my word for it. It could be slower. I don't know. I got to do a test. Still on a stock battery, remember. 0 to 30, though, we did do. That was 3 seconds flat. It was under 3 seconds. It was 2.8 seconds. That was cool. So 0 to 30, 2.8, 0 to 60, maybe less than 10 seconds. I don't know. I'll have to do it. That's a good idea. I'll do it. I'll do a video with the 0 to 60. How about that? I'll do it when I get the battery because I want to do a comparison. I feel like I'm really dragging the stock battery into the mud. I'm trying though. I'm glad you love the videos though because I'm really into it. E conversion for the Razor. I don't know, man. That seems sketch, but to be honest with you, this freaking motor's sketch, so I might think about it. The Daily Special. Thanks for the $4.99. Love the content. If I'm ever in your neck of the woods, definitely will say hi. Would you fully build a go-kart? I had a go-kart. It was pretty quick. It wasn't a shifter cart. I had a typical like Briggs style go-kart, but not typical, but like it was a race cart. It was a Margay chassis with the original Briggs and Stratton race motor back in the 80s. And I built another motor. It was a Honda clone, a GX 200, and I did everything to it, light and flywheel and carburetor, Mikuni carburetor, header, just a bunch of little different things that I reworked the head, different valves, valve springs. It was a pretty punchy little go-kart. I think it made like 20 horsepower or close to it, 16, 17 horsepower. And it did like 60 miles an hour with me on it. So I was pretty happy with that. It was fun. Used to race cars and race all kinds of other little things with it. But I ended up selling the go-kart because I didn't use it anymore. And it just sat in the shop forever. I sold it like 2 years ago. It was just hanging on the wall. And some guy drove by and saw it and was like, "You want to sell it?" Yep. Came back with cash. I let him take it. So it was fun. But thanks for the question. All right, let's see. Love the Sauron goods. Good. I'm glad you guys. It's crazy to think this. It's crazy to say this. I keep telling myself this can't be true, but my Sauron videos are the highest performing videos I have on YouTube. So clearly they're well accepted. I know I can't be making everyone happy with these videos, but I know that I'm sticking true to my theory, and that is to just present the stuff that you're doing and enjoying, and it works. Do you still own the Ferrari? Yes, I do. But I'm thinking about selling it. It's in storage now. Not using it, not driving it. It's a cool car, but it's just not. It's not a good car to like really take out and own. It's more of a car to like put away and just kind of enjoy it for what it is, and that's all I really do with it. So, and for those of you who don't know, it's an old school 348 Spider. So it's not fast. It's just cool looking. How many cars have you owned? I don't know, probably 100 at this point. Yamaha Jog is the way to go. I still have the Yamaha Jog. If you guys didn't see my Jog, there's videos of that too. It's a cool little tiny scooter. That's a lightweight scooter. It's a compact scooter. Carla and I have matching ones, which is even better. They're Next Zone Jogs from back in the 90s, early 2000s. Mine's built. Hers isn't. But hers is somehow just as fast as mine because she's light. Have you ever crashed? Yes. I've crashed. I've crashed cars, motorcycles. Motorcycles was the scariest. I crashed 110 miles an hour in a corner and landed in a canal, luckily. Very close to dying. Don't want to think about it, honestly. Thoughts on diesel track day builds? Golf, TDI, do it. I took mine to the track a whole bunch of times. Autocross, full road course. It slays on the autocross because it never shift. Just leave it in second and just go. Hi, Jack and Carla. Popeye is hungry. He might be. I don't know. How's the TDA holding up? We talked about that. It is holding up well. If you're just joining, because obviously some of you guys are, Um, hit the thumbs up. Let's get those likes up. I'm gonna hang out here for another 15 or 20 minutes or so. I like to do the live streams for about an hour. If the super chat is working and people are using it, I'll stay talking. If it runs out when we get to an hour, I'll go to bed and I won't mind it. I promise you. Oh, someone's leaving. They said good night. Good night to you too. Thank you for watching. Build Dusty 1,000 horsepower. Dusty's not too far from that. Dusty's already about 800 horsepower. Problem with building Dusty to 1,000 horsepower is the transmission is not going to take it, and I can't afford the PPG sequential right now. So I'm sorry, but we are going out this weekend to the TRC Street Kings. So if you want to see Dusty and you want to see some of the cars we have, make sure you come out and check us out. It's at PBIR Saturday, all day and all night. That's a long one. I'm not going to be there for the whole thing. I'll fall asleep. Hi from the UK. How much did it cost to upgrade your Suron? Uh, the upgrades that I have were about, let's see, the controller was $750. The brakes were, well, I should say, yeah, the brakes, the pads were like $50. The Hope rotor was like $75. It's like $100 because I had to bring that one in from England. So let's see, what are the other big stuff? The belt kit was like $300. It was like $2,500 worth of stuff in it total. I am upgrading the battery though, which is another significant cost. That's including the charger. You're close to $2,000 on that one. So that's a big deal. And I am going to upgrade the brakes again because I want to run a dual caliper setup. So I'm going to need a different wheel and different brake setup for that. So it's going to be probably around $3,500, $4,000 in upgrades. It's not the cheapest, but I can tell you right now, if you want to really maximize the potential of this bike, put a little money into it. And there's nothing, even at that point, let's say you get to that point, we got $8,000 in the bike total with the cost of the bike. There is nothing that's going to touch it in the e-bike world. I promise you, this thing's going to be 90 plus miles an hour, stopping on a dime, doing everything you can imagine, and be able to go off road. So it's going to be pretty sick. Forza UBS, thanks for the donation. How much to put a PPG in Dusty? It's about 14 grand, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a lot, man. How hard do you think it would be to import a Honda Tact 50cc from Japan? Not easy. I want to bring like Aeroxes and stuff like that from Europe. And if it's not old and crusty, you're going to have trouble. It's better to just bring it in pieces. Hate to say that, but it's the truth. Sequential is expensive. Yes, it is. Philip Jones, $5. Thank you. Appreciate the donation. Recommendations for aftermarket ITBs for an E36, M52, or S52? I don't have any, man. I'm sorry. I think the factory stuff is good. I wouldn't be trying to upgrade that. I don't think that's the restriction on that car. So no recommendation for that. I don't recommend upgrading them. Stick with what you got and just try to make it look the way you want, I guess is the best way to put it. Let's see. Do you like Mustangs? I had one. I had a 93 GT, old school, 5.0. It's fun. And I do like the Shelby, the GT 350R. I do like those. I think that's a cool car. But other than that, I'm not really too into them. I hate to say it. I know they're really popular, but I'm just really not into it. My daily is $466 a month, and that PPG costs more than it, if that says anything. Yeah, exactly. It does. It says a lot. I'm going to put that kind of money into a car. It better not be your daily, and it better last. Okay. Love the fish tank stuff. You into discus? Would you recommend Fluval products? I've used a bunch of Fluval products. I still have some. In fact, I got a Fluval filter on my on my nano reef with my 2 clownfish in there. That's a good one. Discus, I used to have discus. I had 6 really nice discus, and we back in the day we had some pretty bad hurricanes here that took out the power, and I lost my discus. Those of you who don't know, discus are very, very finicky fish to keep. You got to keep the water chemistry and temperatures like this narrow window. It's like 82 degrees or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I forget what it was, but they loved it at that exact point, and that's it. Hey from MA, what's up? Okay, let's see what you got. How did you meet Tommy F? Yeah, I met him. I reached out to him when he first got his R32, his first R32, and he came to Florida, which was interesting. I was like, wow, okay. And I was at the time I was watching Rudnick's channel and I was watching Tommy's channel, and when he got the GTR, I was like, okay, well, I gotta reach out to him because I got tons of stuff, and we just kind of went from there. And he responded, and we just kind of started talking about doing all kinds of cool shit together and tried to do it. All right, let's see. What's your thoughts on Trevor's 2JZ swap Mustang? Have you seen Tokyo Drift? That's a cool swap. I guess it could be cool. Depends on how you finish. We'll see how it goes. I don't remember if it was him or was there someone that was building an all-wheel drive Civic. I never saw that one, but I'd like to see that too. That seems like a cool build. Okay. How do you feel about LS swapped FCs? So FC's an RX-7. I had an FD with an LS in it, an LS2 that I built up, and it was pretty spicy. It was a good setup, but man, it just guts the soul from that car by doing that. I can't recommend it now. I recommended it back then. I was into it because rotaries had a tough go. In the late 90s and early 2000s, support for the rotaries was almost nil. There really wasn't anything. There was no real US based companies that were working with them. And the ones that were like iffy at best. I worked in a shop that was a rotary specialist, and I got to see every ounce of what was available at that time. And I lost hope in the rotary at that time. So I swapped to an LS because I felt that was just the way to go. Shortly after that, I had the car for 13 years, and a year after I swapped it, I sold it. I was that devastated. It was my favorite car. I love FDs. You guys know that. So fast forward to the future. We have 3 FDs now, and I love them again. The aftermarket is here. It's here to stay. The support is here. There's no reason whatsoever to be scared of a rotary engine unless you just don't understand it. So if you want one, don't feel afraid. Get into it. Do you regret trading the R34? Not for a split second. I absolutely love my 3-rotor. That car is an insane car to have. I am head over heels with it. The sound, the experience every time I drive it, it literally it gives you energy driving that car. It's so good. So I don't know how else to describe it. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it is, in my personal world, the most amazing car. I love it. I absolutely love it. The FD is my favorite design of car. The 3-rotor in NA form, lightweight, high revving, 10,000, 11,000 RPM. It's perfect. It's perfection. It's rotary perfection. I love 4-rotors too. I wouldn't mind having one of those, and maybe we will one day. But for now, that 3-rotor, it is just an incomparable setup. I love it. So no, I don't regret trading my R34. I literally don't even remember it. It sucks, but it's true. Are you going to work with TJ Hunt for future project? Yeah, I'd love to. I would not mind. I like working with all those guys. Adam, TJ, those are genuine dudes, and they're into the cars. They're not faking anything, and I've met them multiple times in person now, and I can tell you every time I meet them, I know what to expect. They are good dudes. So would love to work with TJ. Yes. Rotary STI would be an internet breaker. I mean, let's face it, right now, rotary, anything that didn't come with a rotary is an internet breaker. I think Rob Dom hit it out of the park with the rotary Corvette. It was a suggestion I made. I'm sure he'll say he didn't see my suggestion, but it was a suggestion I made a long time ago, and I'm so glad to see it happen, regardless of whether or not he read that suggestion. It was good. That needed to happen because LS swaps into rotaries has been a thing for a while. But you're not seeing rotary swaps into Corvettes. You have now. When are the Surons shipping? Okay, so if you have ordered a Suron, which a few of you obviously have, we already placed the order for the Surons. Coronavirus has caused a problem in China. Our original timeline was to have them on the ground here in March. I don't know if that's possible still, but we're trying our best to get them here by the end of March. At the very, very latest, though, it's going to be April, so don't worry. They are on the way. And they're all selling out. So if you want one, make sure you get on because a second order, and we'll do more. I've seen a rotary in a Ferrari. You see, that's what I'm talking about. What did I see the other day? I saw something pretty strange. I can't remember what it was, but it was in an exotic. Dang it, I can't remember what it was. Well, that was a useless topic. Sorry. Love you, Jack. Been a fan for 2+ years now. Keep kicking ass. I'm going to school to be an ASE Master Tech. Cool. Certified ever since I got into the cars because of you. Hey, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. And don't give up. You keep moving. Get that certification and do what you want to do. Make sure you don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You want to work on bicycles, you want to do whatever you want to do, you just do it. Came across your channel back when the Boosted Boys came through the shop. Great content. Keep up the hard work. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got a couple minutes left on the live stream, unless we get another super chat to hold me down. It's not really holding me down, but it just shows me whether or not we've achieved the 1 hour, what I call threshold for talking. I was trying to get Adam a chat. Adam, a chat from Casey. What? I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. Trying here. What's your favorite Cletus vehicle and why? Oh, man. I don't know. I like Ruby because I got to see kind of that process go down. And I was there when the first time he ran it to track. So that's kind of a cool car. It's a junkyard motor in a Corvette. It's pretty fun. What else? I don't know. I like his stuff. I think his stuff's cool. Clickbait Patrol. That's a fun car. I heard it got stolen though, right? Something got stolen. One of those got stolen. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. Thoughts on an S15? That's Shaw territory. He wants one bad. Keep tuned there. How's Athena adjusting to her new tank? It's like enclosure. Let's just start with that. But she's adjusted really well. We got the temperature just where she wants it, around 88 degrees or so, just under 90 degrees. She's happy. She's coming out once in a while. She's eaten 2 rats so far, and no signs of any problems, no respiratory anything. She's just seems really healthy, and we're really happy. We take her out, handle her a lot, and I couldn't be happier. It's just a really, really nice snake. Very well mannered, no weirdness at all. Hopefully she stays happy. Fingers crossed. Do you guys finance cars? Yes, we do have third-party financing on our website. Go check it out, horsepowerlogic.com, and apply for financing yourself. If you get approved, let us know, and we will go from there. So, do you have any freshwater tanks? And if so, what do you have in them? I do not have any freshwater tanks right now. I have one brackish water tank with the puffer fish. That counts. Um, anyway, yeah, oops, enclosure. Sorry, that's right. It took a lot of time to build that thing. Okay, built it myself, cut it out of wood, then built the whole thing. Take more night drives. I will. I will. Is it weird that I'm watching from Northern California? No? Why would that be weird, man? There's guys watching on here, guys and girls, on here watching from all over the world. SR versus Dusty, who will win? Dusty, all day, not even close. Like a boring video, me versus the SR, Dusty versus the SR. That's a boring video. That's how bad it would be. Guys are underestimating Dusty. Brian Daniel is keeping the thing alive. I was getting ready to sign off, and he said no, which is fine. I'm okay with that. If you want to say no to me signing off, keep it alive with the super chat. Brian Daniel, hey Jack, would you be interested in doing some work on my 2016 Veloster Turbo? Love the content. Keep up the awesome work. Of course, I'm interested in doing work on your 2016 Veloster Turbo. Don't ask me to do too much to it though, because I'm telling you right now that it's limited. But there is stuff you can do. So if you really want to get stuff done, just contact the shop and we'll help you out. Can you please import scooters? I need a jog or a tack. We got jogs. Where are you from? We got jogs here in the U.S. But I have an Aerox. We don't have Aeroxes. I got one of those. There's not many in this country. I promise you that. It's probably less than a dozen. How's Popeye? Popeye is good. Popeye's been chugging along. You know, Popeye doesn't do much. He just kind of sits there. If you don't know, Popeye is my angler fish. He's our angler fish. He's a crusty old dude. We don't know how old he is, but he's pretty old, I think. He's got like scars and things, and he's just an old fish. We don't know his real true past. He was a rescue from the pet store, and we ended up being able to take him home. Big shout out, Mark's Art. And he's doing good. Really fun to watch fish when he's eating, I'll tell you that. If he's not eating, he's not moving. He doesn't do anything else. He just sits there and like looks like a rock. Looks like a piece of fried chicken on a rock. Okay. I'm going to give it one more chance. Super chat has run out. The hour has elapsed. So I'm getting ready to bid you guys adieu. I think that's French. I don't know. It's something. I'm going to go. How about that? Thank you to everybody who's watched. 205 likes. I like that. That's good. We're almost at the same amount as... You want to get the likes up real quick for me real quick? That'd be really cool. If we could just see if we can real quick, let's see if we can get the likes over how many people are in here. There's 224 people in here. Hit the like button. Every single person right now, before I go, hit it. There it goes. Now it's going up. That's what I like to see. Look at that. We got the likes up over how many people are in here. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Big Suron videos are coming. I got some big stuff coming for that thing. The battery is going to be out of control. We're looking for 80 plus miles an hour. I'd like to see 90. Let's see. I don't know what the record is, but I am going for it. I promise you. So stay tuned for that. We got some awesome content coming from the shop as usual. I'm going to do some more RC flying. I'm going to do some RC car stuff. I got ideas. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.